Hello friends, as a part of our quantitative aptitude lectures, today I am explaining an innovative concept, formula creation and usage. I strongly believe that you may not find this concept in any of the quantitative aptitude books or lectures. Majority students, whenever it is required, they simply remember formula or refer book and use it. But they never think of how that formula was created. Actually, one thing you must remember, these formulas are not created by God. These are created by some human beings. In order to improve your aptitude, not only using formula, you must know how the formula is created. Actually, by that you can improve your aptitude. Using formula is not much great thing. Anybody can remember formula and simply substitute values in the formula. That does not improve your aptitude. Aptitude is very core. That is part of the soft skills. That is, human skills are core. Next, hard skills come. Hard skills means technology. So, in order to improve your aptitude, now I am introducing this concept, how a formula is created. Actually, I am opening a window. By that, the new dimensions of aptitude you can find. If you think in the direction and all that, whenever you are using formula, how the formula is created, then definitely your aptitude is improved. That's why few formula I am introducing here, how those are created and all that. It is not entire thing. Just I am putting few seeds in your brain in this direction. That point always you remember and then proceed. Now, first let us take a simple thing, square. You know that what are the criteria for square? Square is having four sides, all sides are equal, and this is 90 degrees. All four sides are 90 degrees. Now, we use normally two formulae. What is that? First one is area of the square. Area of the square is side square. That we the formula. First we analyze that. Side square we use. How side square formula is created? Let us see. Now it is 4 centimeter. Let us say this is 4 centimeters. Now I divide it. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1 centimeter and side of the this thing 4 centimeters. Each side 4 centimeters. Then each unit 1 centimeter and whole thing 1 square centimeter. Now let us apply this in formula. That is 4 square. That is 16. Now you see, this is 16 we got. Now you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 square centimeters are there. So, side square if you make 16 square cms we got. So, by that the formula is generated. Very simple, but start everything in a simple way. Then, after finding out area and all that, next a perimeter. Perimeter of the square. That is, the formula is 4 into side. 4 into side. So, in this we substitute 4 into side is 4 centimeters. So, 16 centimeters. Now you see, you know that for each side 4 centimeters, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 4, 12 plus 4, 16, that you are getting it. So in this way you think, start from a smaller thing and then you can go for bigger things. Now secondly, we consider cube. Cube means, you know that it is formed with 6 squares like this. Each are equal squares. It is having 6 squares. Now regarding this, two formula mainly we have to consider. First one is volume. Volume of the cube. Now you know that is side cube. Side cube. Now let us take, this is all sides are 4 centimeters each. All sides are 4 centimeters each. Now 4 into 4 into 4, 64 cubic centimeters, 54 cubic centimeters. Now how it is generated? Let us see. Now you know that already we consider square. This is square. Now square area, what is that? Side into side or side square. Now you take a square is like a paper like this, a paper like this. Now area means the total content in the paper. Now you are placing paper, you are piling up paper one by one and all that. How extent? Until the height comes 4 centimeters. Suppose this is a paper, inside this is a paper and square paper, square type paper, then you are putting one by one like a book and all that. The height is 4 cm. Until the height comes 4 centimeters, you pile up papers like that and all that. Then how many papers? 4 centimeters extent of papers you piled up. So side into side is the content of each paper. Side into side is the content of each paper. Then how many you piled up? To the extent of side. That means until 4 centimeters comes, you piled up like a book and all that. Then what happened? How many? This is content of one paper. Then 4 centimeters, how many papers are coming? That is the whole content of the cube. That what we call volume. So that is side cube. We derived the formula. Thereafter TSA. TSA is total surface area. Total, it is very obvious. Now one side is this. It is nothing but a square. What is the area? Side square. Now how many sides of this type are there? There are 6 equal sides, equal squares. So 6 into side square. In this case, now we see 6 into 4 into 4. 6 4s 24. 24 into 4, 96. These are square centimeters. And always remember, most of you know, but volumes and all that in cubic, and area and all that square, and length and all that in centimeters. That you must remember, don't confuse. After considering the formula of square and cube, now let us focus on circle. Circle. This is a circle. As you know, there are 2 dimensions. One is 2 formula. Area of the circle. Area of the circle, use pi r square, and second one is circumference of the circle, 2 pi r. From your school age, you have been using this formula. Maximum majority students, in my view, 99% of students know what is pi, 22 by 7. Some people know 3.14159. Generally, they never think of how this, what is this pi, how pi is created, how this formula is generated. That is very much required. Unlike cube and square, this is somewhat difficult to understand also. The reason behind it is square and cube we can measure with a scale. What is the length, what is the breadth, and all that we can easily measure using a scale. It is in a regular form, but this is in a circular form, it is a round. So, how can you measure this like a square and cube or rectangle? So, what we have to do in order to find out area and all that, first we have to transform it into a rectangle or square. Then only we do that. What is the way out? Then that is the only idea. Then for that purpose, we have to cut it into triangles like this, equal triangles like this and all that you have to cut. Then thereafter what we have to do, then you can form it as a rectangle like this. Now you see, this is the way. In this manner you can form a rectangle with this same content you can use. Otherwise you take a paper, circular paper, and cut it equally and place it like this, you can find. Now if it is a rectangle, you know the formula. What is that? Length into breadth, L and P. You know. Now here what is length, what is breadth, we have to see. Now obviously the breadth is R. The breadth is R. R means radius. Now what is length? Just you focus on this. Now this is the circumference. With the circumference only length is formed, but this is divided into two lengths. So this is circumference by 2. Each length is circumference by 2. If we have to find out area and all that, circumference by 2 into R you have to make. Circumference by 2 into R you have to make. Again, what is circumference? Again a problem. Then when they form like this, when they transform a circle into rectangle, they found out a common feature. What is the common feature? This length and breadth are in 22:7 ratio. 22:7 ratio. By that, what you can conclude? Suppose this is R. So what is the size of the length? 22R by 7. So length is 22R by 7, breadth is R. Now we have to find out the area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle is equal to area of the circle. Now area of the circle, how can you write? 22R by 7 into R, that is 22 by 7 R square. 22 by 7 is called as pi. One symbol is created, pi symbol, and pi R square. Always you remember, otherwise just if you have that inquisitiveness, you take a circle, you form like this and measure, then this length and breadth are in exactly 22.7 ratio. So this R, if you know, this is how much? 22R by 7. So length into breadth. By that way, we are getting pi R square formula. Pi means 22 by 7 you have to take. Okay. Next, what we have to find out? Circumference. Circumference means what? Length. This length and this length. Now what is one length? 22 R by 7 plus 22 R by 7. What you call 22 by 7? Pi. Pi R plus pi R. This is pi R. This is another pi R. This represents the circumference of the circle. Then what is this? 2 pi R. Okay, this is the way. Just understand, nobody is brainless. Actually, they are not able to understand this. This is the way formula is generated. They never thought of it. Now, what is my intention behind this? If I show you few things and all that, thereafter you create an interest in that. Whenever you create an interest, then automatically you find many formula, and for every formula, first you think of how formula is generated. It improves your soft skills. In this context, one thing I am telling you, most of your questions in quantitative aptitude test and all that are not direct. In schools only you can find take a formula and applying values and all that. That type of thing you never found. Then here one problem is given. There you have to analyze the problem and find out the way out, and thereafter in ultimate stage you have to use the formula. Directly you never get an opportunity to apply formula. That point always you remember. Here, whenever you have to reach a destination, two things are required. One is roadmap, second one is a vehicle. So if you simply having vehicle, you cannot reach the destination. You must have a roadmap. So your analytical power is like a roadmap. A formula is like a vehicle. So always you improve your aptitude. By that only, whenever you see a problem and you understand that, you find a strategy and roadmap to solve that. That is very essential prerequisite. Thereafter, vehicle comes. So vehicle plays its role. That's why aptitude provides you a roadmap and strategy. A formula is nothing but a vehicle. That you have to understand. Now, the extension of the circle I am introducing, that is cylinder. First, you must know one thing. You must understand the realities, how a cylinder is formed. How a cylinder is formed means practically you think. Now, this is the time to think. Now, take a coin, a rupee coin, you treat it as a circle. How cylinder is formed? Cylinder by piling up different coins, then a cylinder is formed. Then what happens? Then one height is formed. That you have to. This what we call is cylinder. Now this is cylinder. As far as cylinder formula are concerned, there are three formula. First one is volume. Volume is pi r square h. H represents height, r represents radius. Second one, CSA. CSA, curved surface area. Curved surface area means this area around this. That is 2 pi r h. First, let us see one more is there, TSA, total surface area. After this we see. Now, already you learned that pi r square. Now, this is the rupee coin. This is the circle. Then, what is the area? Area means nothing but the content. Now, how many circles are used for creating cylinder? Now, H circles are used to create a cylinder. So, area of the circle is nothing but the content of one circle. Content of one circle. Now, how many contents are there? H contents are there. So, pi r square h is the volume. Volume, already I told you, cubic units. In this case, let us say centimeter, cubic centimeters. In the same way, CSA means this area, whatever we can see around it. That is curved surface area. Now, already circumference of the circle we have seen. What is that? 2 pi r. Now, how many circumferences for each coin circumference is that? How many circumferences forms CSA means H. So, 2 pi r H. 2 pi r H. That you have to take. That is the formula. Thereafter, TSA. That is total surface area. Total surface area and all that. Now you see here, now not only curved surface area, you have to add two circles area, then 2, then you know that 2 pi r H plus face area or otherwise top face area, bottom face area, then 2 pi r square, each one pi r square, this is another pi r square. Now you take the common. What is common? 2 pi r is the common, then H plus r is the formula. So, the volume of the cylinder is pi r square H cubic units, and CSA is 2 pi r H square units, and TSA is 2 pi r into H plus r square units. Here one thing I am telling you, this is a formula I am explaining, but case to case you have to apply your brain. Just two examples I tell you. Suppose you have to calculate the surface area of a cylinder, like a, now you can see a metro line pillars they form. Metro line pillars, if you form and all that, is nothing but a cylinder. Then you have to make the plastering. Plastering means where we make plastering around it, all the surface we make plastering. Simply people will take TSA, because TSA they take, because total surface area they take, on that area plastering is made. Suppose this is 1000 square feet, 1000 square feet into each square feet 100 rupees, like that they calculate. That is wrong. Suppose if it is a metro railway pillar, now you see this is okay, the curved surface area is okay, but what about the top is also okay, there also plastering should be done, but this part is embedded in the earth. How can they plaster it? It is not possible. Then TSA means what you have to take? Now you have to take 1 pi r square only, 2 pi r H, that is okay, but top only you are plastering, but bottom part it is embedded in the earth, so it is not possible to park. And one more point, matter of common sense I have to explain. Suppose a well is dug on the earth, a well is dug in a circular form. So it comes, let us say 10,000 cubic feet of earth is extracted from the earth, from the well. Then your question is like this, it should be removed, the earth should be removed from the spot. Then you have to engage trucks. Each truck removes 200 cubic feet of earth. Then how many trucks are required? Or each truck you have to pay 1000 rupees. So what is the total cost you have to calculate? Then most students what they do, now 1000 cubic feet of earth is generated, and each truck carries 200. So simply they go by, they simply 10,000 by 200, then it comes 50 into each truck charges transport charges are 1000, 50,000 you make out. Here what you are missing, this is blunder. Practically if you implement and all that, you require not 50, definitely another 5 or 10 trucks are required. What is the factor you have to remember here? Now this is the earth. The earth is such a way padded, very tightly padded. Then once you remove, then it is loosened. It is loosened. So its volume is nothing but 10,000 cubic feet. I do agree. But only thing is, once it is removed and all that, then it is loosened. At least 20% is increased. Then otherwise you see 1 cubic feet of pit you make out, exactly 1 cubic feet you make out, and try to adjust that earth in a 1 cubic feet tin. You cannot do that. Or otherwise, much more simple thing I am telling you, and a 2 kgs tin of grain you take, like wheat and all that, with a 2 kgs tin, and you take it to a flour mill and get it grinded, and after that you are delivered flour, that wheat flour. Then you cannot adjust that to 2 kgs wheat flour within the tin, because it is expanded. That is a matter of common sense. So every time, simply why I am introducing these points and all that, every time we cannot simply go by formula. We have to apply our aptitude, and domain to domain, what are the factors are there, what are the special factors we have to focus. Though that is called common sense. Common sense is the core. Common sense and aptitude both play a vital role in quantitative aptitude. You must remember that. Now, let us consider some examples. By that, you can understand the role of the aptitude in solving problems. You can understand. Here, volume of a iron cube is 250 cubic centimeters. It is melted and a cuboid is formed. Cuboid dimensions, length, breadth and height, are in 2:1:1 ratio respectively. So we have to find out the length of the cuboid. Now, cuboid means rectangle solid. What is the volume of the cuboid is L into B into H, that is equal to 250 cubic centimeters. Now what ratio it should be? 2:1:1. So let us take it as one unit is x. So 2x into x into x, that is equal to 2x cube is equal to 250. X cube is equal to 250 by 2, that is 125. So x is equal to now cube root of 125 is 5. 5 into 5 into 5, 5 centimeters. So then the length of the cuboid is 10 centimeters, breadth of the cuboid is 5 centimeters, height of the cuboid under 5. Now we see 10 into 5 LBH, 10 into 5 50, 50 into 5 250. So this is tallied. In this manner you have to calculate. Now example number 2. The face area of a cylinder is 154 square centimeters and height is double of its radius. And what is the curved surface area of the cylinder? We have to find out. Here you see face area of the cylinder. As you know, face area is a circular area, and its formula is pi r square. So pi r square is 154. So r square is 154 7 by 22. You know that pi is 22 by 7. If you take it here, then it is 7 by 22, and how many times it goes? 7. So 49. 49 r square is equal to 49, r is equal to square root of 49, 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. Now, what is the other issue? Height. Height is double of the radius. So, obviously, height is 14 centimeters. Now, what we have to calculate? CSA. CSA means this is the cylinder, this is the face area, this is the curved surface area. Then, what is the formula? CSA of a cylinder 2 pi RH. This is 2 into 22 by 7 into R is 7 and H is 14. Okay, this goes, and this is 44 into 14, and that is 616 square centimeters. Okay, this is the way. Every time all problems are unique. We have to apply our brain. Once you apply your brain, sometimes now here we use a formula. First thing is you have to apply your brain. You have to apply your analytical brain, and then you can find out the solution. That is the strategy. Thereafter, you can apply the formula. Simply depending on formula, you cannot solve the problems. Now, once again, I explain this thing. The face area of the cylinder, face area means this, is 154 square centimeters. So, face area's formula pi r square. Pi r square is equal to 154. R square is equal to 154 into 7 by 22. Then it is 49. So, R is equal to square root of 49, 7 centimeters. What is the relation between radius and height? The height is double of the radius. Then 14. Then CSA, curved surface area. The formula is 2 pi RH. 2 into 22 by 7 into R into H. Then it is 616 square centimeters. Now, let us consider example number 3. The volume of a cylinder is 1078 cubic centimeters. Its height is equal to radius, and what is the TSA? You have to calculate. First, volume of the cylinder, that you know, volume is pi r square h, that 1078. Now, what is the criteria? Height is equal to radius. So, if we expand that, 22 by 7 into r, h is equal to r. That is why we can make it as r. Then we can write it as 22 by 7 into r cube is equal to 1078. Then r cube, and we let us send 22 by 7 that side, 1078 into 7 by 22. If you calculate that, you can get 343. Then r cube is equal to 343, and cube root of 343, then it comes 7. 7, obviously h is also 7. Now, what we have to calculate? What is the TSA? TSA means total surface area. This is the cylinder, this is the cylinder, this is curved surface area, CSA. CSA plus and face area at the top and bottom. This is pi r square, this is another pi r square. So, TSA, don't use by-hearted formula and all that, just you simply create it. Then 2 pi r h is CSA plus 2 into pi r square, 2 into pi r square is the area of two face areas, face areas, and now you substitute values 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 into 7 plus 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 into 7. Now, when you calculate that, you can get 616 square centimeters. This is the total surface area. In this manner, you have to calculate, and here always, if you remember, somewhere you may commit error. That's a simple way. Apply common sense. This is curved surface area, that is pi r square 2 pi r h, and two face areas. Each face area pi r square plus pi r square. When you substitute values, r value and h value, you can get the result, that is 616 square centimeters. Now, the example number 4. The volume of a cylinder is 2156 cubic centimeters. Its height is equal to diameter, not radius. And what is the CSA? We have to calculate CSA. Now, first, volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder. What is the formula? Pi r square h. Now, let us substitute 22 by 7, and here r, let us put as r, and h we can, it is h is equal to diameter. Diameter means 2 radius. Now, this is that. This is diameter. This is radius. So, double of that. So, h we can write as 2r, 2 into r. Then 22 by 7 into 2 into r cube is equal to 2156. So, 2 r cube is equal to 2156 into 7 by 22. R cube is equal to 2156 by 2 into 7 by 22. 7 by 22. Then ultimately what you get, R, is when you calculate that, R is equal to 7, and h is equal to double of the r, because equal to diameter, then h is equal to 14. These values we found out. Then thereafter we have to find out CSA. CSA means in a cylinder, this area around it is called CS, curved surface area. CSA is equal to 2 pi r h, 2 into 22 by 7 into r is equal to 7, h is equal to 14. Then when you calculate that, CSA is equal to 616 square centimeters. Once again I explain. Here volume is given and one relation is given. Height is equal to diameter. Diameter means this, from here to here. If you take a cylinder's face area, here to here is diameter. What is the radius? Half of that. So, now what is the original formula for volume? Pi r square h. So, 22 by 7 r square, r into r, and h now equivalent to diameter, that is we can write as 2r. Then it is 22 by 7 2 r cube. Then 2r cube is this, and r cube is, r is this. Ultimately r's value is 7, h value has become 14, double of that. So, its diameter is also 14. Thereafter r's value we know, h value we know. We have to calculate curved surface area. then 2 pi r h, 2 pi r h, then it is equivalent to 616. Now, let us consider the example number 5. The volume of a cylinder is 1078 cubic centimeters. Its radius is equal to height, and thereafter it is melted and a cuboid is formed so as to be height and breadth of the cuboid are same. We have to calculate the length. Then for this purpose, what we have to write the formula of the cylinder, that is pi r square h is equal to 1078. Then 22 by 7 into r into r, h is equal to r. Then one more r we write 1078. Then 22 by 7 r cube is equal to 1078. R cube is equal to 7 by 22 into 1078. It amounts to 343. Then cube root of r, cube root of 343 comes 7. And height is equal to radius, that is also 7. Then what we have to calculate? The length of the cuboid. Cuboid means nothing but rectangle. Now it is length into breadth into height. Here height and breadth are same. So L into B into H also equivalent to B. L into B into B, I make L into B square is equal to 1078. Same volume, because the cylinder is melted and cuboid is formed with the entire volume. So then L is equal to then B's value we know, that is 7 into 7, 1078. L is equal to 1078 by 49, that is equal to 22 centimeters. 22 centimeters. Now you see, once again I explain, volume of the cylinder is given, that is melted and a cuboid is formed. Then volume of the cylinder, radius and height are same. That's why we calculate like this, and here where h we are supposed to write, we have written r. Then 22 by 7 into r cube is equal to this. R cube is equal to 7 by 22 into 1078, that is 343. Then r is equal to 7 and h also is equal to 7. Okay. Now volume is B, volume of the cuboid is equal to L into B into H, rectangle solid. So here height and breadth are equal. So L into B into B, L into B square is equal to 1078, and L is 7 into 7, that is 1078, and L is equal to 1078 by 49, that comes 22. In this manner we have to calculate.